Hey y'all, my name is Akila. Welcome back to my channel. So if you notice my shirt, there's garlic sauce right here, Papa John's. I used to work at Papa John's 3 years ago. That was my first job and I started working there when I was 16. Well, today I'm gonna be giving a curly hair routine to show y'all how I take care of my hair. So let's get into it. Today I'm gonna be doing kind of like a wash and go, but I'm gonna do a style with it. And typically for my wash and goes, I'm gonna use this Texture ID styling cream and then this Texture ID gel. You can get both of those products from Sally Beauty. I usually use like their shampoo and conditioner as well because they have a sale most of the time, like 5 for $25. So I get a whole entire Texture ID line. And I really do like my wash and go with those products. However, it only keeps my hair defined for like 3 days. By the 4th day, my hair is kind of very shrunken and big and a little bit dry. So I decided to try some new products today. I got this Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1, and then I got this Apple and Aloe Nutrition Curl Definer, and both of these products I got from Walmart. It was decently priced. This was about $4, maybe $5, and this was on sale for $7. And then I'm also still going to be using the gel for hold and definition because I don't like using mousse on my hair. I feel like it doesn't do anything. Like if anything, it's made my wash and goes worse, and I've tried like different mousse brands, so I'm not a fan of mousse for my wash and goes. Heavy on the gel. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. When I do my wash and goes, I go section by section. So I'm putting all my hair up. We're gonna get a small section. Probably this size is good. And I'm gonna take my spray bottle because typically you wanna do a wash and go on soaking wet hair. So yeah. And then this 14-in-1 is supposed to be like a leave-in conditioner. I typically don't use a leave-in conditioner when I do my wash and goes, so this is gonna be new for me. Oh my gosh, wait. I thought it was gonna be like a lotion pump, but it's literally like spraying out. Do y'all see that? I was not expecting that. Wow, okay. It was like spraying out, but it's not like a spray. It's still kind of creamy. It smells really good. So I'm raking through my fingers and this is what it looks like so far. Okay, now I'm going in with the Apple and Aloe Curl Definer. It smells just like green apple. The consistency, it's like pudding kind of, I guess. It looks like vanilla pudding. So I'm just gonna take like that amount and put that on my hair. I really hope this is good for defining. It smells so good. It smells just like green apple. It's crazy. Okay, wait, because I see the curls kind of clumping and it looks good so far. It looks really good. I'm gonna take my Denman brush and I'm going to brush my curls. Ooh. Usually, I get worse definition around the perimeter of my head, like around my ears and in the back. It's like terrible. Like after I put all the products in, when I take my hair out of the pineapple the next morning, it is not still defined. And I'm literally almost out of gel. This is bad. I should have bought some today while I was out. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the gel in. I don't like to use Eco Styler gel for wash and goes because I feel like it does not help me with frizz or shrinkage at all, and I also feel like it does not moisturize my hair well. So it might be a problem if we run out of gel. But yeah, so this is what the first section looks like. I'm just gonna repeat that in the back of my head until it's time to start with the hairstyle. So let's see how that goes. So while I'm doing my wash and go, I'm gonna talk about my personal relationship with my hair and kind of how it's evolved over time and where I'm at now. So when I was younger, like, you know, a little kid, my mom used to braid my hair. She had like this signature hairstyle that she would do, and I'd have 2 plaits in the back and 1 plait like in the front to the side. And I would wear my hair like that literally every day. And then once I got in about 3rd grade, that's when like the natural hair movement was going on, you know, like 2014. And like my mom, she would see the hairstyles that they would do, like, you know, like the shingling method and all of that. And she decided to, I guess, kind of like experiment on my hair. And so she would start using like curly hair products on me. And that's when I first started wearing my hair in wash and goes in 3rd grade. And I didn't really have any issues with wearing it out. Like, nobody really judged me or made fun of me for my hair. Like, I usually got compliments and, you know, of course, people asking to touch it and some questions like, how do you get your hair like that? Stuff like that. But it was never, I would say I haven't really had too many negative experiences wearing my natural hair out. I would say most of the negative experiences I've had actually came from family members rather than my peers at school, which is crazy. But yeah, a lot of just, I would say a lot of Black people in general, especially like the older generation, they're kind of stuck in that mindset of assimilating to, you know, having straight hair in the workplace and all of that. And personally, I choose not to subscribe to that thinking. I think all hair textures are beautiful, all natural hairstyles, but of course, it didn't happen like that overnight. I actually had to teach myself to love who I am naturally and appreciate hair. So how that happened was 3rd grade is when I started wearing wash and goes and stuff. And then 4th grade, pretty much 4th grade through 6th grade, I was almost sort of a straight hair natural. Like, I would mostly wear my hair straight. I really had any issues with that. I never had heat damage or anything. But something that was annoying to me back then was my mom would cut my ends and it just felt like my hair wasn't growing. Like, every time she would straighten it, she was cutting like an inch off and I was just like, dang. 6th grade, she straightened my hair one time and she cut off the most hair that she has ever cut. Like, my hair straight was the length that it is curly. It was up here and I was I was wild. Like, it was on my collarbone. And when I did like my wash and go back then, it would be up to my ears. Like, I had a afro bob going on. And back then, I had started doing my own hair in 6th grade. So like, when I would do my wash and goes back then, I obviously was not as particular as I am now. Like, I wasn't even doing my hair in sections and, you know, I wasn't taking the time to really do my hair properly, and that definitely could be why I always had so many issues with split ends and stuff. But yeah, so after I got that haircut, I did not like to wear my hair out curly anymore because it was just so short. So that contributed to why I straightened it so much. And literally through middle school, like 7th and 8th grade, I would just wear my hair in like slick back ponytails or a high puff. Honestly, I was bad at doing puffs, so like a slick back ponytail was my go-to, but you would never see me with my hair just out curly. I think a big influence on that, well, besides the fact that I just wasn't comfortable with like my hair length and the shape, like I just did not like it. I had one of my friends tell me that I looked like the girl from Jimmy Neutron. So yeah, that's embarrassing. And I did not like it. But I think an influence on like why I wore so many like slick backs and cute little hairstyles like that is because during that time, there was a trend where really natural hairstyles were trending, and a lot of girls on Instagram were getting popular for like showing how they do their slick back, showing how they lay their edges and stuff like that. So of course I have natural curly hair. I'm trying to learn how to style it. So me and my best friend at the time, she also had natural curly hair, and we wore our hair out a lot. We were influenced by that, and she was actually the one who helped me learn how to do my hair myself, because my mom was really doing my hair for me up until 6th grade. Did not know how to do my curly hair at all. I couldn't even put it in a ponytail myself. My mom was doing that for me. So yeah, my friend helped me learn how to do my hair and like encouraged me to start doing my hair myself, and that's when I really just got better at it from practice. Like that's when I started practicing how to do my edges, practicing different hairstyles. I know it was like a trend to do little rubber band patterns back then. But yeah, so that phase in middle school didn't go away. Like I would still do that in high school, and then really 8th grade I did start to wear my wash and go again, and at this point I was doing it in sections and taking more time to make sure my hair looked nice, and kind of became more knowledgeable on the products I was using and like what worked for me. And so 9th grade, my hair looked very different than it does now. I really think it's something just changed in my hair, because the products, I used to use Shea Moisture back then, and my hair would not get big. Like it would be curly and defined and kind of flat, honestly. And I didn't really like that. Like I was missing the volume. But I would just use like the hair products that my mom bought me, so I didn't really complain or like ask for anything else, you know. I tried to use them like more recently. It just doesn't work for my hair anymore. I don't know what changed, but it'll give me like a big afro like the day after I do my wash and go, and I usually won't get that until like at least the 4th day. So I really don't know what happened or what changed, but yeah, that's why I stopped using Shea Moisture. But even then in 9th grade, I was starting to wear my hair out natural more and more, but I still would straighten it sometimes. And I remember I had a crush on this boy, and I just wanted to prove to him that I had long hair, because you know, growing up Black, they put this idea in your head that having long hair is so different and special. Like, I don't know, it's just something that they act like is so rare to have. Like, oh my gosh, she has long hair. And that was something that I had to train myself to stop thinking, because honestly, hair length, it's nice and everything, but it's not that important. You're not more or less beautiful because your hair is longer or shorter, and that's another one of those like European beauty standards that we kind of let stick in our head, because for most Black people who have like afro textured hair, your hair could be super long, but it's not going to show. So why are we so obsessed with having long hair? Why can't we just be happy with the hair that we have? I know some people would say, oh, it's more feminine to have long hair, but honestly, I don't think it matters. But that's just my opinion, and people will think what they think, and that's okay. I personally think as long as you have healthy hair, then why should the length matter? I was straightening my hair freshman year, and then COVID hit, and I feel like when COVID hit, that's when I really started to change the way I thought about my hair. So obviously during COVID, I was not straightening my hair at all because what was I straightening it for? Absolutely nobody was gonna see my hair, and that helped me realize that I wasn't straightening my hair for myself. I was straightening my hair for approval of other people, for other people to like me, for other people to compliment me, for people to think, oh, she has long hair, you know, just superficial reasons. None of it was because I wanted straight hair. And so with quarantine, I spent more time doing my hair and getting to know my hair, doing protective styles. And also something that's important to note with our relationship with our hair, especially in the Black community, is what we grow up seeing, right? Like, if we grow up and our moms have wigs on all the time or weave, whatever, you associate that with being feminine, with being a grown woman. You know, you think that's how you need to wear your hair. So when I was growing up, my mom was basically like a straight hair natural. Like, of course, I think my mom is beautiful and I like her hair. She had nice long hair. And honestly, I used to be so upset because when my mom would straighten my hair, it would never look like hers, and it would make me, like, not jealous, but I would feel like, why can't I be as pretty as my mom? Like, it would never, her hair would be much more flat. My hair, when it's straight, it's so poofy. My hair does not like being straight. And then my mom's hair was just long, and mine wasn't as long as hers, and I just didn't get it. I'm like, why can't my hair be just like yours? So I was comparing my hair to my mom's a lot, and it definitely made me insecure about my hair a little bit more. But during quarantine, my mom started wearing her hair out naturally curly, and she was kind of transitioning from heat damaged hairs to healthy curls. And that was actually a way for us to bond with each other, because I would help her style her wash and goes, and we would spend time like doing hair together, and it felt nice seeing my mom wear her curly hair out. And it honestly made me feel more confident wearing my hair out, because I'm like, okay, my mom is wearing her hair the same as me. Definitely how we grow up and what we see growing up plays a role in how comfortable we are with accepting ourselves for who we are naturally. So I 100% think representation is important, and seeing young women and girls wear their natural hair out is very important for girls of the younger generation. As far as where I am now with my natural hair, I'm less obsessed with length. I've just come to accept that I have shrinkage. My hair is just not gonna look as long as it actually is. I've learned to just stop comparing myself to girls with looser hair textures and wishing like, oh, I wish my hair was more 3C, or like just any texture besides my own. I've learned to stop being so influenced by social media. Like on Instagram, I would see girls with like perfect curly hair, and every single one of their curls would be the same size. Like, my hair texture is looser in the front, and my curls are more tightly coiled in the back. And like I was saying before, around my ears and around the back of my neck, my hair is very tight back there and hard to define. And so yeah, I was kind of insecure about that too. That was part of a reason why I didn't want to wear my hair out, because it wasn't uniform and I didn't like that. But for most people with curly hair, they have curls of different textures all throughout their head, and that's something that's beautiful and unique about our hair, right? So yeah, and like I was saying, I learned to stop comparing myself to like these perfect curls that I was seeing on Instagram, because a lot of them were wigs. Back then I didn't really know how to spot lace fronts. I definitely fell victim to being like, oh my gosh, their hair is perfect. It's like, duh, of course it's perfect. It's not their real hair. And that's another thing, is right now wigs are so mainstream. It feels like it's the beauty standard for Black women. Wearing your natural hair, I don't know why there's so much discourse about it on the internet, but it's honestly saddening. The amount of people who are just texturous and just have nothing but bad things to say about people with 4C hair and just tightly coiled hair. There's just so much self-hate, and it's terrible. So many people want to just cover up their hair. A lot of women would rather put on horrible looking wigs and just cover up their hair instead of showing the beautiful hair that God gave them. And honestly, I think it's sad, and I know it stems from like insecurity and wanting to be accepted by society. Maybe they're looking for male validation, I don't know, or even validation from other women. I think a lot of us need to check our mindsets and the way we view Black hair, because if you're still viewing it as nappy and you still think there's good hair and bad hair, you need to do some self-work and figure out what's wrong inside, because nobody should have those opinions. Like Sexy Red saying that 4C hair is carpet hair, like it's just terrible, especially to bring down other women or trying to think that you're better than somebody because your hair texture is looser. Like, it honestly does not matter. As long as your hair is healthy and you're taking care of it, nobody should have anything bad to say about it. And if they do, they're literally jealous. Personally, I've never worn a wig before. I don't think that I ever will, just because I don't want to become dependent on one. Like, I don't want to get too used to wearing them to the point where I feel like I'm ugly without a wig or something, you know? I've had quick weaves before. I had one half up, half down quick weave that was straight. And it was cute. I kept it for like a month, and I don't think that I would ever get it again. And then that was during my junior year of high school. And then during my senior year, I got another quick weave. And this one was a curly half up, half down. And I just wanted to try a looser curl pattern just to see what it looks like. It was cute, but I ended up with a bald spot in the middle of my head from that hairstyle because the stylist who did, it was a half up, half down. So the stylist made my ponytail way too tight to the point where it caused a bald spot. But luckily it was a small one, and I was blessed because my hair actually did grow back in that spot. I know that is not the case for everyone, so definitely never going back to her again. And that honestly just made me never want to get a quick weave again. But the reason why I've only had like half up, half down quick weaves versus a traditional one or even a sew-in is because you have to get a leave out to cover up the tracks, and trying to blend a leave out with silky straight hair or a curl pattern that is just nowhere near my own is just gonna look ridiculous, or I'm gonna end up heat damaging my hair because I'm trying to straighten it every day. Because, you know, a lot of times when people have leave outs, it's left out. The leave out does not match, and that's another thing where it's like people would rather be out here looking silly than just wearing their natural hair. I definitely wanted to try a whole bunch of different hairstyles while I can, because I've been saying I was going to lock my hair. I kept saying I'm gonna lock, I'm gonna lock, I'm gonna lock. And I think I'm finally going to lock in December. I like the look, how they're like not flat, you still have some volume, but they're kind of like, they lay down, I guess. I like the fact that you can grow your hair out. And I know before I was saying I don't care about length and all of that, but I would like to have long hair, and I don't think, honestly, I don't think that would be achievable for me with loose hair, because no matter how long my curly hair gets, when I wear it in a wash and go, it's just not gonna show. My hair has grown definitely from last year, and it sits right here on my shoulders with a wash and go, no matter what. I feel like my hair, when it gets longer, grows out instead of growing down. I would just like for my length to show. What better way to do that than by having locks? So that is the goal, to lock up in December. So for right now, this summer, I've been trying to go weave free. So I actually haven't had any protective styles or any weave this summer. Most of the time, I'll get protective styles, but honestly not that often, maybe once every 2 or 3 months. I have these curly clip-ins and I really like them. They don't match my texture though, so when I do my leave out, I have to do a twist out, and I usually braid the rest of my hair down and clip it in the back. So that's a con about them, but they are really cute and they're good for doing ponytails. Honestly, during my freshman year of college, I was kind of avoiding wearing my natural hair out and I was going through a period where I did feel a little insecure with wearing my natural hair out, because I felt like I'm in college now and I need to have, you know, the type of hairstyles that you see girls with on Instagram, because once again, in the natural hair discourse, there's a lot of people saying that, oh, natural hair makes you look childish, and saying that, oh, if you only wear your natural hair, you're broke because you can't afford to get your hair done. And honestly, I think that's a bit ridiculous, because natural hair products are not cheap, And honestly, I definitely think it's a lot smarter financially to not be spending money on a new wig install every 2 weeks. Like, let's be for real. I pretty much only do wash and goes. I do not like twist outs. The last video I posted, I actually did have a twist out, but that's literally rare. Like, I don't really do twist outs, and the reason why is because, and it might be my fault, like maybe I'm just not finding the right hair products to do a twist out, but usually whenever I do a twist out, I just feel like my hair is very dry and it doesn't really get defined, especially in the front. I don't know what it is about my front curls, but they refuse to get defined when I do a twist out. And then my hair gets frizzier and frizzier throughout the week, and it's just hard to maintain because with a wash and go, you can just wet your hair and put some more product and gel in it and it'll be fine. But with the twist out, it's not your natural hair texture. So if you were to wet your hair, it's not gonna match, and you'd have to like retwist your hair in the middle of the week, and nobody has time for that. So I'm just not a fan of twist outs. And also, wash and goes for me are just convenient, easy to maintain. You don't really have to worry about humidity too much. You don't have to worry about sweating. Like when you go to the gym, you don't have to worry about sweating out your hair or anything like that. So for me, wash and go is a win-win. But I know some people are strongly against wash and goes. I actually saw a post on Instagram today where a woman was saying that you should not wear your hair in its natural state at all because it can damage your hair. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really like to go to social media to tell me what to do with my hair because everybody's hair is different, and I've seen all types of stuff. I've literally seen a woman on Instagram who puts lotion in her hair. So people are gonna do whatever they do at the end of the day. Honestly, if it works for you, it works for you. Okay, so I have finished doing my hair. It's still very wet, but I think it looks good and nice and defined. So if you watched my video and just listened to me talk about myself and like my journey with my hair, or just enjoyed watching me do my hair, please comment, like, subscribe. I will respond to your comments, and I appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you. Bye.